Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're plugged into the booktube sphere at all, you probably know that book hauls are a fairly common thing that people do on here. I don't often buy enough books at the same time to really constitute a haul, but I actually did end up buying 5 books this past June, and I justified them as a self-birthday gift. And we're also officially halfway through the year, and I finally got my life together and started writing again. So in addition to this book haul, I actually wanted to give a quick June recap and talk about my writing plans for the rest of 2022. So first up, here are all the books I bought in the month of June. I've got 3 novels, 1 novella, and 1 short story collection, so a pretty good variety going on here. So first up is The Wolf of Oren-Yaro by K.S. Veloso. It's gotten quite a bit of buzz over the past few years on booktube. I first saw it on Elliot Brooks's channel. I mostly just really like the cover art because a warrior person standing with a sword over their shoulder is always cool. Kingdom of Liars by Nick Martell. It's his debut novel, published in 2019. I first saw Nick on one of Brandon Sanderson's live streams and got interested in checking out his books. I'm mainly interested in the magic system because it apparently involves using memories to fuel different effects, and I actually had a similar magic system idea a long time ago, so I'm really curious to see what he does with it. The Broken Oath is a self-published novella by fellow booktuber Pablo Suarez. What interests me most about this is that Pablo is actually a medical student, and he explicitly wanted to weave his experiences into a fantasy story. And speaking of fellow booktubers, Something Bad Happened, an anthology of horror, features a variety of horror short stories, and both Maza Booktuber and Raul Reads have a story included. I don't read a whole lot of horror or short stories, so this would be kind of a fun new venture for me. And last on the list is In the Shadow of Lightning, a new epic fantasy by Brian McClellan. McClellan has become one of my favorite authors in recent years because I absolutely loved the original Powder Mage trilogy, and this is actually probably my most anticipated release of the year, so I'm really excited to see what it holds. So that's all the books. Now on to the wrap-up section. On the reading front, I haven't really done much. I did start In the Shadow of Lightning, and I'm enjoying it so far, and I've also been kind of working my way through Leviathan Wakes for a while now. I'd love to get both of those finished by August, but I doubt it will happen because I finally got back into writing. After a rough start to the year, I spent most of May and the early parts of June trying to convince myself to complete my outline, but I only got through about a third of it. But instead of continuing to spin my wheels on that, and because I do have at least a broad scope of the whole story written down, I decided to just go ahead and start writing the book. And it's always possible that getting some words on the page will actually help me figure out the rest of the outline, and it's also how I actually wrote the last book. And so this new project is a sequel to the book I wrote last year, The Broken God. Currently, this new one has the working title of The Echoes of Eternity. It's kind of a strange feeling to be writing a sequel instead of a new project, but it's the story I'm most excited to tell right now, so it's the one I'm working on. Broken God was just over 200,000 words when all was said and done. I have that same goal again for Echoes of Eternity because I like big books and I cannot lie. I have to say there is a certain thrill in actually getting back to writing after having written virtually no prose in about 9 months. I sort of forgot just how much fun I have writing, even though I already know it will inevitably become frustrating at times. I started writing in earnest on June 19th, and I managed to write every day for the rest of the month, which is kind of a feat by itself. In total, I wrote 12,443 words for the month. If I can keep up with my weekly goals, which if I'm being honest probably won't happen, I should be able to get about 30,000 words by the end of this month, so we will see if that actually happens in the July recap. Well, that is it for today. A nice short video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel if you're interested in hearing more of my thoughts on various stories and updates from my own writing journey. Leave a comment below and let me know if you've heard of any of these books. What books are you reading right now? Or what's next on your list? Or feel free to just say hello. I post new videos on Sundays. Until next time, I hope that you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you here in the next video.